just not knowing what to do. Like, I've never been a mum before.
For
That was
sure.
a really hard one for me. I was so grateful that someone told me about little one.
Yeah, there's something about my little boy.
Great. He was like, he'd slept for like, 4 hours.
Yeah.
I just don't, use the guide. It's a job in your nutrition program.
Yes.
Amazing.
Hi, today I'm going to be talking to Cathy from Queensland, Australia. We're going to be talking about her little one's sleep journey. Her little boy is now 17 months old and she has been using our sleep program since before he was born. So she's going to tell us how she was recommended our sleep program by a friend and she started reading it and highlighting passages before her son was even born. So she was better prepared with knowledge of what to expect. She started implementing some of our suggestions and schedules from quite early on with her little one, and she's going to talk to us about what worked, about the 4-month sleep regression, and look at how her little one is sleeping now. Welcome, Cathy. So when did you start using little ones? I can't.
Really, really early. So pretty much the day after we got back home from the hospital, because
Amazing.
a great friend of my husband put us onto the program. I felt just so much anxiety with just not knowing what to do. Like, I've never been a mum before, and people were like, it will come naturally to you. I'm like,
I actually hate that
not
phrase.
Everything's going to come naturally. I feel like better, the more knowledge, the better prepared I was going to be. So and so I was like really amazed by a friend telling us about your program, and
cool.
she sent me the links and jumped online, and I downloaded and started reading Baby Moon while I was away, quite a few months before, and I was highlighting bits, and
wow.
Mum said, just take it as a guide, like don't I understand, but at least I've got a starting point.
Yeah, exactly right. That's right.
He felt quite well in hospital and was sort of settled, and then we brought him home the first day and we were like, this is great. He was like, he'd slept for like 4 hours.
Yeah, they just sleep.
Natural, and we got home and it was all woohoo, and then he woke up and he had too much sleep, obviously, and I know he's still like very little, but I'm like, what, I've got nothing to lose. I'm gonna so the next day I just pulled it out and we sort of started to try and follow it, and then it just automatically, like, it just sort of fell into place, and he started sleeping just at night, like,
amazing,
just really well in sort of big chunks, and obviously all the feeding, and then it gradually got to the one thing we didn't need to sort of do was the dream feed. And that's why I think it's so great. You can be flexible.
I never did the dream feed with my own youngest.
I wanted to go to bed. And if I could still sleep, just 8 o'clock, I would stay. So he maybe woke up at 1 o'clock. He was doing the first big chunk, and then we just progressed through from there. And then I think by 8 weeks he was sleeping through till that 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And that was a big challenge, the last sort of piece in that puzzle. And it's hard work. We just keep working on that resettling. And now, like this morning, for some reason, 5 o'clock is making noises, but I can just go in, give him his little comfort, a little tap, and he'll go back to sleep because he's learned that. So that's just, it's wonderful. I know that he can sit and he'll just make noises in his cot, but he's because we've done it so much, he knows that he needs to go back to sleep. It's not time to get up yet. It's just like the hard work just has paid off,
That's so cool. And actually, what you've probably already found, and I certainly know, is that if then they do start doing something unusual, like if they started waking up suddenly at night or in the early morning consistently, you'd actually be alert to something that might be going on.
I know automatically it's a sickness or something. Yeah,
that's what I definitely, by the time I had my third, I was like, oh, you've been waking early a couple mornings and checking the room temperature, and I'm you can, rather than just, I remember with my eldest when I knew nothing, I was like, oh well, that's what babies do, and then you're just stuck in an early wake habit. So I think you just can problem solve better.
And it's just the knowledge of knowing and going back to the guide, and so when he's ready to go one, I'll just pull out the next one and okay, this is what he's moving to, and you just
That's great.
where you're at. And
did you notice a 4-month sleep regression blip or horrific period?
Yeah, and I definitely knew it was coming, but I don't think it was as bad because of the guide. But he always slept well at night, but my real struggle, and I still stayed, I said it on the village, like hang in there, because probably 5 to 6 months it took me for the lunch nap. Sleep cycle, he would wake, and that's probably where the 4-month regression, like I noticed it the most.
That
was a really hard one for me. Sometimes I could spend half an hour, 45 minutes to resettle, and you'd get there in the end. And you go, oh my gosh, But now, he sleeps 2 hours, 15 minutes at daycare on the mat. I can take him to the shop now and feed him lunch, and he'll sleep in his pram for 2 hours.
Amazing.
I don't do that every day because he's better in his room. But to be honest, that was a long one, and I just thought he's never gonna sleep the 2 hours at lunch. He's never gonna get it. So, but he did.
My own child, same thing. Couple months there, one day she'd do it, the next day she wouldn't, and I'd go in her room and I'd be resettling her, and sometimes I'd get her up and I'd feed her, and then sometimes I'd spend ages getting her back to sleep for her to sleep, and then wake her, But then, and some days, some days I went, stuff it. Some days I'm like, who cares? You're awake. I'm obviously awake. I'm just going to get you up, and we're just going to go do something else, and I'll deal with another nap later on.
And that's when he was early.
And that's the thing. They're human. It's a developmental thing, and I think sometimes people get a bit too caught up in it's not working, or I have to do it like that. But nah. If it's getting too much, just take a step back. Have a cat napper. It's fine.
That's the thing I learned too. Like, I learned that he actually survived until the afternoon nap. He actually was he was okay. He'd made it. He'd make it through, sort of thing. So,
Oh, that sounds great. And how, what's your sort of advice to new parents or parents who have a new baby and they're sort of struggling, not just with their sleep, but in general? Do you have anything that you would sort of, like, your key advice?
Oh, be kind to yourself.
Yes.
It's really hard, and it feels like it's in the beginning too. It's a job, so that I probably just relax a bit more and enjoy it. But I don't know. Use the guide. That's my
use little ones.
Use little ones, because it's hearing. And I guess I was probably lucky that he didn't have like a reflux or other medical things, but you're hearing people just struggling with all night sleep, and I struggling with lots of things, and and you don't like to force things on people, but I was so grateful that someone told me about little ones, and it's just been brilliant, and it's the answer to all your problems. And then there's a village there to help you as well. So I just would recommend that. That would sort of be my advice.
You're right, though.
These little ones.
Yeah. Be kind to yourself for sure, and prioritize your own needs as well as one of our big values. I think a lot of people don't prioritize themselves as much. They feel like they have to prioritize their baby the whole time and their own needs and their own sleep.
Because
that was our intention.
In his cycles, so I knew he wasn't going to wait till it may be 6 o'clock, so I could get up at 5 o'clock, Hubby's still, and I can go for a run or go and have my time where I would do my exercise, and so with his a bit more of that running along that schedule, it was easy for me to give myself a bit more time.
Yeah, exactly, because that's important too.
And it's hard.
Still now. Really hard. I'm still bad at that, to be fair. Bad at prioritizing myself, but we're getting there. Hey, thank you so much. That's all I wanted to hear was your sleep journey and how you've been able to achieve all of that with your little one. It's amazing. Good work.
Oh, it's still hard.
Yeah.
Like I said, it wasn't smooth sailing, and it's not perfect. And you figure out what's right for your little one too.
That's right.
But it's great. And I'll just quickly tell you that your nutrition program,
yes,
amazing.
Tara will love that. To be fair, I make some of those recipes for my older kids.
Yeah, it's also been great. I feel like he's gotten to a great start in life with his diet and sleep. So.
Oh, what more could you want?
I have to say it's such an honour to meet and speak with you.
Thank you.
Like, it's sort of like angel, I swear.
Oh, stop it. I love talking to you guys.
Without the program, I just don't know what I would have done, and I just certainly don't think I would have coped. So it's been my lifesaver. So yeah, it's really lovely to speak with you.
Thank you. We just love talking to you guys as well. It's like connecting with the people who, we've helped. It's amazing. Thank you very much. And thank you so much for talking with me today.
It's okay. It was an honor to meet you.
Thank you so much, Cathy, for joining us. And thank you to you guys for watching. We love sharing stories from our Little Ones community of people real mums, real parents, just like you, who have experienced challenges with their little one's sleep, who have experienced the highs and lows of parenthood. And it's a real honor for us to hear how we have been able to help them with their little one's sleep, with their own sleep, and with their whole experience of motherhood. If you're interested in joining our community and improving the sleep of your family, take a look at our website, which is linked below. If you'd like some more advice around naps or night sleep for your little one, we've got tons of articles on our website and a whole lot of videos here on our YouTube channel to help you out. That's a really good place to start. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.